Mount Kilimanjaro, written by Kira Fried. Focus question. How did Mount Kilimanjaro form? And what's its characteristic? And what does it represent to people around the world? Words to know. Altitude sickness, caldera, ecosystem, equator, evaporation, geologic, glaciers, montane, plateau, porters, summit, tribes. Tables of contents. The roof of Africa, 4. 3 peaks, 5. The Chaga people, 8. Visiting Kilimanjaro, 10. Plants and animals, 12. A symbol of freedom, 14. The jewel of Africa, 15. Glossary, 16. The roof of Africa. As the highest peak of the continent Africa, Mount Kilimanjaro have earned its nickname, the Roof of Africa. The mountain measures 5,895 meters, 19,341 feet in altitude, and rises 4,877 meters, 16,000 feet above the surrounding land. It is also the world's tallest freestanding mountain, one not part of the mountain range. Mount Kilimanjaro is located in the country of Tanzania, close to its border with Kenya. Kilimanjaro National Park, a protected heritage site, was enabled in 1973 to protect the area of mountain above the tree line. The park was expanded in 2005 to protect the forest land lower down to its slopes. As of national park, the mountain habitat and life forms are under protection of the Tanzanian government. 3 peaks. Mount Kilimanjaro began as a volcano. It started forming about 750,000 years ago as a result of eruption in the Great Rift Valley, an enormous crack in Earth's crust located in East Africa. Those eruptions created Shira, Kilimanjaro's oldest volcanoes. Shira stopped erupting before some 500,000 years ago, leaving a huge caldera when it collapsed. Over the next 4,000 years, 2 other volcanoes, Mawenzi and Kibo, formed. Repeating the eruptions again caused Kibo's summit to grow taller and taller to create various features in all 3 peaks. The most recent strong eruption was 200 years ago. Glaciers have also helped shape Mountain Kilimanjaro. Because of their great height, they have carved the underlying rocks into ridges and valleys as they move downhill. It may seem surprising that Kilimanjaro has glaciers and is located so close to the equator. Standing about 322 meters, 200 miles from the equator, it has warm weather year-round at lower elevations. The whiteness of glaciers reflects much more sunlight that can reach them, allowing their ice to remain cool. Naming the mountain. Kilimanjaro is a name believed to have come from the Kilima, which means mountain in Swahili, and Njaro. The Kichagga word remains the whiteness of Mount Kilimanjaro's snowy peaks. Even so, the mountain glaciers are slowly melting because of global warming, as well as nearby forests being cut down. The loss of trees reduces the amount of moisture in the air around the mountain. This leads to fewer clouds and less rain in the area, which increases evaporation of moisture from glaciers. Kilimanjaro's glaciers have lost more than 4/5 of their mass since 1912. They were first measured. Some researchers predict they may disappear completely in 2060. The ice in glaciers hold important historical information about Earth's atmosphere and climate. Kilimanjaro's ice holds only such information about all of Africa. If it still melts, that information will be lost forever. So will much of Kilimanjaro's beauty? Do you know? Ice cores are cylinders of ice drilled out of ice sheet or glaciers. Bubbles in the ice hold samples of Earth's atmosphere thousands or even hundreds of thousands of years ago. Scientists study these air pockets to measure how makeup of gases in atmosphere changes over long periods of time. Ice cores also hold clues about past temperatures and other aspects of the environment. Visiting Kilimanjaro. At least 25,000 people from around the world climb Mount Kilimanjaro each year. As the tallest mountain in Africa, Kilimanjaro is one of the seven summits, the highest peak in the world's seven continents. Climbing these seven peaks is a goal as many mountaineers. Kilimanjaro is one of the easiest of seven summits to climb. Most of the routes of Kibo's Peak, the highest point of Mount Kilimanjaro, do not require training. Climbers don't need ropes or mountaineering gear, just for good hiking boots and camping equipment. Still, Kilimanjaro is not as easy to climb. To avoid altitude sickness, climbers must be careful to adjust slowly to the thinner air as they move up the mountain. A round-trip climb typically between 5 days and 9 days. About two-thirds of people who attempt it succeed. Reaching Kibo Summit is the only reason to travel to Kilimanjaro. Many nature hikes are available for less ambitious visitors. These include day trips to Lake Chala, a beautiful crater lake, and Shira Plateau, which formed when Kilimanjaro's first volcano collapsed. Trout fishing is popular in Kilimanjaro rivers and an entire area for great photography. Tourism brings about that $20 million each year to the local economy. Mountain climbing and other activities create jobs for guides, porters, hotel staff, food producer, travel agent, construction workers, and others, boosting the economy in the region. Plants and animals. One of the amazing parts in the experience of climbing Kilimanjaro is the change of scenery. Climbers pass through several different ecosystems as they move up to the mountain. The cultivate zone, 800 to 1,800 meters, altitude 2,625 to 5,906 feet, receive as most rainfall as many rivers formed by melted ice from glaciers. Due to the plentiful water, this zone contains farmland and small villages. The montane forest, 1,800 to 2,800 meters, 5,906, 9,186 feet, is where the climb begins. The south and east sides have thicker vegetation as they get the most rainfall. Monkeys, elephant, leopard, giraffe, and rhinos, all other animals are present but hard to spot. Above the tree line, the heather and moorland zone, 2,800 to 4,000 feet, 9,186 to 13,123 feet, sometimes listed as two separate zones. It's drier and windier than forest below. Temperatures can reach 40 Celsius, 104 Fahrenheit during the day, and drop below freezing at night. Climbers often see clouds as eye level. Wild grasses and giant heathers are main vegetation to the most common animal in forest strip grass, mouse. Larger animals sometimes wander up the slopes, but they don't stay long. The Alpine Desert, 4,000 to 5,000 meters, 13,123, 16,404 feet, receive less than 20 centimeters, 8 inches of rain each year. The few plants that can survive in this altitude must be able to withstand strong sunlight as well as sub-zero temperatures. Animals including birds of prey and high-altitude spider. Almost nothing live at Kibo Summit, 5,000, 5,008 to 5,895, 16,404, 19,341 feet, because of the lack of water. Lichens are the main life forms. The jewel of Africa. Mount Kilimanjaro is a rich natural area that is home to a wide variety of plants and animals found nowhere else on Earth. It is also a dramatic example of creative forces of volcanoes and fascinating parts of Earth geology history to travelers who come to every corner of the world. Kilimanjaro is a mountain to climb and personal goal to reach. To local people, it is a source of prosperity and pride as well as a powerful symbol of freedom, self-government, and people mix all life who are lucky enough to see it. Mount Kilimanjaro is a place of stunning beauty.